Hello all, Edisoft welcomes you all to the August edition of our monthly current affairs. Here, we will talk about all the important news of July 2024 and some quick reads along the way. Without further ado, let's begin. Manu Bhakar and Sarbajot Singh clinched a historic bronze medal in the 10 meters epistol mixed team shooting event after defeating South Korea on day 4 of the Paris Olympics 2024. Bhakar became the first athlete in the history of independent India to win 2 medals in a single Olympics edition. On the other hand, Prithviraj Tandemel finished 21st and failed to qualify main trap qualification round. Shreyasi Singh and Rajeshwari Kumari also failed to advance in the women's trap qualification round. India's badminton players Satvik Shiraj Rankireddy and Chirag Shetty beat Indonesian pair Fajar Alfian and Muhammad Rian Ardianto in straight sets in their final Group C match at the Paris 2024 Olympics. Third-seeded Indian duo, who confirmed a historic quarter-final spot. The 2024 Summer Olympics, taking place from 24th July to 11th August 2024 in France, with the opening ceremony taking place on 26th July. India proudly hosted the 46th session of the World Heritage Committee meeting from 21 to 31st July 2024. Organized at Bharat Mandapam in New Delhi, this significant event marked a milestone in India's long-standing association with the World Heritage Convention, which began in 1977. The session was inaugurated by PM Modi in the presence of distinguished guests. PM Modi announced a $1 million grant to the UNESCO World Heritage Centre in the inaugural session, in line with his vision of Vikas Bhi, Virasat Bhi. This contribution will support capacity building, technical assistance, and conservation efforts, particularly benefiting Global South countries. The Union Culture Minister in his briefing highlighted numerous heritage conservation projects like the Kashi Vishwanath Corridor, the Ram Temple in Ayodhya, and the construction of a modern campus of the ancient Nalanda University. India's Kush Mani achieved a significant milestone by winning his first Formula 2 sprint race at the Hungarian Grand Prix on 20th July 2024. The victory came after the winner was disqualified, allowing Mani to claim the top spot on the podium. The race initially saw Versure claim victory with a mature performance, despite losing the lead early. But the post-race inspection found the plank on Versure's car below the minimum thickness required by the 2024 FIA Formula 2 technical regulations, specifically breaching Article 3.4.3. This disqualification put Mani in the top spot, making him the first Indian to win a Formula 2 race. The reshuffle also benefited Campos Racing's Isaac Hudger, who was promoted to third place and earned the point for the fastest lap. With 10 more points from his win at the Hungaroring, Mani now has 66 points and is 8th in the F2 drivers' standings. The Municipal Corporation of Delhi on 29 July 2024 sealed the basements of 13 other civil service coaching centers in Delhi after the tragic death of 3 students in a waterlogged basement of a coaching center in Old Rajendra Nagar, Delhi. The crackdown by the authorities came after mounting pressure from students protesting, demanding justice from the government and action against illegally used basements. Roz IS Coaching Center had at least 30 students, out of which 12 to 14 were rescued and taken to the hospital, and others managed to escape. However, 3 students died due to being trapped in the flooded basement. The incident happened at 6:35 p.m. on 28 July, after rainwater filled the basement of the coaching center. The police and the fire department officials received a call at around 7:10 p.m. Water was immediately pumped out from the basement, but the NDRF team was called as the rescuers were in need of divers to reach the students. Nirmala Sitharaman, Honorable Finance Minister, presented the first budget of the current government on 23 July 2024. The budget, particularly, focuses on employment, skilling, MSMEs, and the middle class for all-around prosperity. The budget also details 9 priorities for generating ample opportunities for all and suggests specific actions and reforms required to realize the goal of Viksit Bharat. She introduced increased standard deduction and revised tax rates for salaried individuals under the new tax regime. Besides this, cut on customs duty on gold, silver, mobile phones and other goods were announced. The budget introduces new tax rates for both short-term and long-term capital gains, impacting a wide range of financial and non-financial assets. Tax slabs under the new tax regime have been modified. Rate of tax deducted at source, TDS, is proposed to be reduced from 5% to 2% for several items. A passenger train collided with 2 cars at Kharra railway station on 14 July 2024, narrowly escaping a major accident. The Hajarwari Express had been heading towards Kolkata as 2 vehicles drove onto the track, striking the back of an SUV before managing to stop, while the SUV itself hit the other car. Train services were disrupted for roughly 40 minutes while the locomotive was inspected, after which its journey successfully resumed. Kharra police and the railway police reached the spot. CPRO Kaushik Mitra of Eastern Railways alleged the gatesman was closing the barrier to the level crossing when the SUV forced its way through, along with a Tata Sumo. He said the driver then abandoned the vehicle on the tracks and fled the scene. An FIR has been filed regarding the incident. Some local people, however, believe the gateman did not give the drivers enough time to cross. The Western Railway cancelled or rescheduled several trains following the derailment of a goods train at Palghar railway station in Maharashtra, and the restoration work is on more than 15 hours after the incident. 7 wagons of the goods train derailed at Palghar, located around 100 kilometers from Mumbai, at 5:08 p.m. on 29 July 2024, affecting the traffic of Mumbai-bound trains coming from Gujarat. The goods train with 43 wagons and carrying iron coils was heading to Karambeli in Gujarat from Vishakhapatnam. No casualties were reported. As per railway sources, 7 wagons including the guards van from the rear end derailed, and some of them fell on their sides with iron coils thrown off over the tracks. Due to the impact of the derailed wagons and coils, the tracks and overhead equipment suffered major damage. Nearly 250 labourers were working at the site. 2 Hydra cranes, 3 earth excavating machines, a 300 tons crane and other machinery were deployed at the site for the restoration work. 2 people were killed and 20 others injured after 18 coaches of a train bound for Mumbai derailed in Jharkhand on 30th July 2024. Train number 12810, Havra-Mumbai Mail, derailed at around 3:45 am near Badbambu, under the Chakradharpur division of the South Eastern Railway. Of the 18 coaches that derailed in the Jharkhand train accident, 16 were passenger coaches, 1 power car, and 1 pantry car. Following the fatal train derailment of Havra-Mumbai Mail, the railways announced cancellation and short termination of as many as 9 trains on the route. The injured passengers were shifted to Chakradharpur for medical treatment. The incident followed just 10 days after the Chandigarh-Dibrugarh Express had derailed near Uttar Pradesh's Gonda on 18th July, resulting in the death of 3 people. The incident occurred near Jhilhi railway station near Gonda district, which is some 118 kilometers away from Lucknow. A video of the incident has also surfaced online, showing passengers collecting their belongings and people crowding around the derailed coaches. Hemant Soren was sworn in as Government of Jharkhand for the 3rd time on 4th July 2024. Ghana CP Radhakrishnan led the event at the Raj Bhavan in Ranchi, where the oaths were taken. Following the resignation of Champai Soren, who had briefly taken over as Chief Minister while Hemant Soren was in jail, Hemant Soren was reappointed. Hemant Soren was a very important person in the Jharkhand Mukti Morcha (JMM). He had legal problems and was caught by the Enforcement Directorate on 31st January 2024. Because he was arrested, his predecessor took over running the state until the Jharkhand High Court released Soren on bail on 28 June 2024. There is a lot of political history between Hemant Soren and his family. His wife, Kalpana Murmu Soren, just got into politics and won a by-election while he was in jail. Shibu Soren, his father, is a famous politician and the leader of the JMM. Former cricketer Gautam Gambhir has been appointed as the new head coach of the Indian men's cricket team. On 1 July 2024, Board of Control for Cricket in India, BCCI, Secretary Jai Shah had confirmed that Team India's new head coach would join the side for the upcoming Sri Lanka series. Head coach Rahul Dravid's tenure came to an end after the final match of the T20 World Cup 2024, in which India defeated South Africa by 7 runs to win the prestigious trophy after 17 years and end the drought for an ICC trophy. The BCCI invited applications for India's head coach role on 13th May, as Rahul Dravid had not expressed interest in seeking an extension. Since the deadline to apply for the head coach post ended on 27th May, the BCCI was expected to declare Gambhir's name as head coach soon after the deadline. As the head coach of the Indian cricket team, Gambhir's first assignment was the white ball series against Sri Lanka. The tour already began on 27th July. Sabira Harris won a bronze in the women's trap to help India open their account on 13th July 2024 at the International Shooting Sport Federation (ISSF) Junior World Cup in Popetto, Italy. Sabira shot 29 out of her first 40 final targets to finish behind Sofia Gori of Italy, who won silver with 39 hits out of the full quota of 50 targets in the final. Kerry Garrison of the United States won gold with 40 hits to her name. Qualifying from the 38-strong field with a score of 113, Sabira further boosted her confidence ahead of the 6-woman final as she defeated Sofia in a shoot-off to decide 5th and 6th spots. Among the other Indians in the junior women's trap, Bhavya Tripathi shot 102 for a 26th place finish, while Rajkumar Ingle was further down in 33rd, having shot a score of 100. In the junior men's trap competition, Arya Vansh Tyagi Aganasinghe missed making the title round, going out in 8th position after he went down in a shoot-off for the 6th qualifying spot. INS Delhi was named the best ship of the Eastern Fleet at the Fleet Awards function held in Visakhapatnam on 14 July 2024. The event recognized the tactical successes of the Eastern Fleet with INS Kavaratti, INS Shivalik, INS Sumedha, and INS Sumitra also receiving accolades. At the ceremony, there were important naval officers. The event's chief guest was Vice Admiral Rajesh Pendharkar, who is the Flag Officer Commanding-in-Chief of Eastern Naval Command. Flag Officer Commanding Eastern Fleet Rear Admiral Rajesh Dhankar held the event, which showed how the fleet works together as a team. The Eastern Fleet was active in operations, exercises, and humanitarian missions throughout the year. Along with the official events, the Fleet Awards function also had a cultural program that brought people together, raised morale, and honored the commitment and rich history of the Indian Navy. The Andhra Pradesh Government Initiative, Andhra Pradesh Community Managed Natural Farming, APCNF, has won the 2024 Gulbenkian Prize for Humanity on 12 July 2024. They were awarded the prize for their substantial contribution to global food security, climate resilience, and ecosystem protection. The APCNF shares this year's €1 million prize money with two others, renowned soil scientist Ratan Lal and Egypt-based SEKEM, a conglomeration of NGOs and businesses championing holistic approaches to tackle climate change. The three recipients of the award were selected out of 181 nominations, with nominees from 117 nationalities by a jury chaired by Dr. Angela Merkel, former German Chancellor and the current president of the jury of the CGF. The APCNF is a statewide program supporting smallholder farmers to switch from chemically intensive agriculture to natural farming through practices such as using organic residues, etc. The Indian Institute of Spices Research, IISR, won the Best Technology Award at the 96th Foundation Day of the Indian Council of Agricultural Research, ICAR, for its cutting-edge work in horticultural studies on 19 July 2024. Union Minister for Agriculture and Farmers Welfare Shivraj Singh Chauhan gave this award to him in New Delhi. The interesting technology, called Process for Instant Soluble Turmeric Enriched Spice Flavored Milk Powder, is one of the 5 best new ideas from the Horticulture Sciences Division of ICAR. This new development shows a big step forward in how food is processed. The interesting technology, called Process for Instant Soluble Turmeric Enriched Spice Flavored Milk Powder, is one of the 5 best new ideas from the Horticulture Sciences Division of ICAR. This new development shows a big step forward in how food is processed. President Draupadi Murmu appointed governors to 9 states and Lieutenant Governor of Puducherry on 28 July 2024. Former Maharashtra Assembly Speaker Haribhau Kishanrao Bagde has been appointed Governor of Rajasthan, while former Tripura Deputy Chief Minister Jishnu Dev Verma has been appointed Governor of Telangana. The former Rajya Sabha MP Om Prakash Mathur as Governor of Sikkim. Similarly, former Union Minister Santosh Kumar Gangwar as Governor of Jharkhand, while former Lok Sabha MP from Assam Raman Deka has been made Governor of Chhattisgarh. Former Karnataka Minister C.H. Vidyashankar as Governor of Meghalaya. C.P. Radhakrishnan, who is presently Governor of Jharkhand, has been made Governor of Maharashtra. Assam Governor Gulab Chand Kataria as Governor of Punjab and Administrator of the Union Territory of Chandigarh. Similarly, Sikkim Governor Lakshman Prasad Acharya has been appointed as Governor of Assam and has also been given additional charge as Governor of Manipur. Former IAS officer K. Kailash Nathan has been appointed Lieutenant Governor of Puducherry. India launched the Fauna of India Checklist portal, which is a major step toward protecting wildlife on 2 July 2024. This complete collection lists 104,561 species, making India the first country in the world to record all of its wildlife. The launch took place in Kolkata on the 109th Foundation Day of the Zoological Survey of India, ZSI. Union Environment Minister Bhupender Yadav led the event. The checklist will be very helpful for taxonomists, researchers, academics, policymakers, and people in charge of protection efforts. India's success in making this checklist sets a standard for other countries to follow. The minister highlighted several key programs during the launch that exemplify India's commitment to protecting its natural heritage, Ek Ped Maa Ke Naam initiative, which underscores India's innovative approach to conservation, and International Big Cat Alliance, which focuses on the conservation of big cats globally. India's successful relocation of cheetahs is a testament to the effectiveness of such programs. The 16th edition of India-Mongolia Joint Military Exercise Nomadic Elephant commenced on from 3rd July till 16th July 2024 at Foreign Training Node, Umroi, Meghalaya. Indian contingent comprising of 45 personnel was represented by a battalion of Sikkim Scouts along with personnel from other arms and services. The Mongolian contingent was represented by personnel from 150 Quick Reaction Force Battalion of the Mongolian Army. It is an annual training event conducted alternatively in India and Mongolia. The opening ceremony of the exercise Nomadic Elephant was attended by Ambassador of Mongolia to India and Major General Prasanna Joshi, General Officer commanding 51 Sub-Area of the Indian Army. The aim was to enhance joint military capability of both sides to undertake counter-insurgency operations. The exercise will focus on operations in the semi-urban and mountainous terrain. India and Bangladesh have signed a deal to boost bilateral defense industrial partnership on 2 July 2024. The Bangladesh Navy contracted India's Garden Reach Shipbuilding and Engineers (GRSE) for an 800-ton ocean-going tug that was marked "Made in India," funded by Indian Credit. The agreement comes after GRSE signed a new deal to send a trailing suction hopper (TSH) dredger to Bangladesh. Since Bangladesh Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina's trip to India in June, the two countries' military cooperation has come a long way. During her visit, India and Bangladesh signed several deals that strengthened their relationship in areas such as space, telecommunications, maritime security, and the ocean economy. Later, Navy Chief Admiral Dinesh K. Tripathi also visited Bangladesh on 30th June with an aim to consolidate the bilateral defense engagement and explore new avenues of cooperation in the maritime domain. And here are some quick reads of the month. Union Minister Dr. Jitendra Singh was conferred the prestigious Lifetime Achievement Award in recognition of his exemplary dedication to the advancement of diabetology, diabetes care and diabetes research, which earned him acknowledgement across the country and overseas on 28 July 2024. The ceremony held at Chennai to mark the international meet of leading medical celebrities, professionals and medicos from all over the country and abroad. Dr. Singh is known for his clean reputation and integrity, respected by colleagues from multiple generations. His contributions extend beyond medicine, earning awards in journalism and education. Union Minister for Environment, Forest and Climate Change Bhupender Yadav launched Ideas for Life at IIT Delhi on 29 July 2024 to invite ideas and innovations online related to products and services which induce behavioral changes related to environment-friendly lifestyles. He called upon the fraternity of students, research scholars, faculty and innovators to come up with innovative and out-of-the-box ideas which will work towards the fulfillment of the vision of Prime Minister Narendra Modi for mindful and deliberate utilization of resources. Addressing the event, Mr. Yadav said this initiative aims to encourage and motivate students, faculty and research scholars to contribute their innovative ideas to the global initiative of Mission Life. The Reserve Bank of India announced on 1 July 2024 that it had joined Project Nexus, a multilateral international initiative to enable instant cross-border retail payments by interlinking domestic fast payments systems, FPSs. Nexus, conceptualized by the Innovation Hub of the Bank for International Settlements, BIS, aims to connect the FPSs of 4 ASEAN countries, Malaysia, Philippines, Singapore, and Thailand, and India, who would be the founding members and first mover countries of this platform. An agreement to this effect was signed by the BIS and the central banks of the founding countries, Bank Negara Malaysia, BNM, Bank of Thailand, BOT, Bangko Sentral NG Pilipinas, BSP, Monetary Authority of Singapore, MAS, and RBI on 30th June 2024 in Basel, Switzerland. India's first sunken museum was inaugurated on 29 July 2024 at the iconic Humayun's Tomb complex in New Delhi. Union Culture Minister Gajendra Singh Shekhawat officially opened the museum, which showcases over 500 artifacts, many of which are on public display for the first time. The museum is inspired by traditional Baulis or water tanks and offers insights into the life of Mughal Emperor Humayun and the rich heritage of the Nizamuddin area. Developed by the Aga Khan Trust for Culture in collaboration with the Archaeological Survey of India, ASI, the museum is a product of 25 years of conservation efforts across the 300-acre site that includes Humayun's Tomb, Sandar Nursery, and Nizamuddin Basti. Scientists from the CSIR Institute of Genomics and Integrative Biology, New Delhi, have developed an enhanced genome editing system that can modify DNA more precisely and more efficiently than existing CRISPR-based technologies on 30th July 2024. CRISPR occurs naturally in some bacteria as a part of their immune system that limits infections by recognizing and destroying viral DNA. In Nobel Prize-winning work, scientists repurposed this bacterial defense mechanism to develop a novel approach for editing the genomes of higher-order organisms. Prahlad Chandra Agrawal, an eminent Indian astrophysicist, was awarded the COSPAR Harry Massey Award 2024 at the 45th COSPAR Scientific Assembly in Busan, South Korea, on 15 July 2024. The award recognizes his important contributions to space science and gives him the name of a minor planet 20064 Prahlad Agrawal. He was in charge of the project Astrosat. India's first multiwavelength space telescope was launched by the Indian Space Research Organisation (ISRO) on 28 September 2015. Vinay Mohan Quatra has been appointed as the next ambassador of India to the United States of America, as announced by the Ministry of External Affairs (MIA) on 19 July 2024. He took over for Taranjeet Singh Sandhu, who retired in January 2024. The Phase 2 Ballistic Missile Defense (BMD) system was successfully flight tested by the Defense Research and Development Organization (DRDO) on 24 July 2024. This test showed that India is getting better at protecting itself against ballistic missiles with lengths of up to 5,000 kilometers. This is a big step forward from the current Phase I system. Manolo Marquez has been appointed the new head coach of the Indian men's national football team on 20th July 2024. Marquez, who is the current FC Goa coach, will succeed Igor Stimac, who had been sacked after India crashing out of the World Cup qualifiers. Marquez will continue his duties as the FC Goa and Indian football team coach concurrently throughout the 2024-25 season before his contract with the ISL side runs out. After this, Marquez will shift his full attention towards the national side. The International Olympic Committee (IOC) on 24 July 2024 announced that Neeta Ambani has been re-elected unanimously as the IOC from India at the 142nd session. Neeta is the founder of Reliance Foundation and won unanimously with 100% of the vote. On being re-elected as a member of the International Olympic Committee, Neeta expressed gratitude, saying she was deeply honored. The Reliance Foundation spearheads the growth of sports in India with its initiatives, ranging from grassroots to elite levels, impacting over 22.9 million children and youth across the nation since its beginning. President Draupadi Murmu changed the names of Rashtrapati Bhavan's halls on 25 July 2024. Darbar Hall became Ganatantra Mandap and Ashok Hall became Ashok Mandap. This choice fits with a plan to highlight Indian cultural beliefs and show how important India is as a republic. The word Darbar used to refer to the courts of Indian rulers when they were ruled by Britain. It stopped being used after India got its independence. The new names emphasize the change from a colonial to a republican identity. On 25 July 2024, the Grevin Museum in Paris honored Bollywood superstar Shah Rukh Khan as it ordered personalized gold coins with his picture on them. This recognition makes him the first Bollywood actor to receive such an honor at the museum. Shah Rukh Khan is the second Indian to be honored with a coin at the Grevin Museum, with only Mahatma Gandhi receiving the honor before him. India gained 266,000 hectares of forest area annually from 2010 to 2020, securing the third spot among the top 10 countries with the most significant forest area gains during this period, according to a new report published on 22 July 2024 by the Food and Agriculture Organization. The UN agency praised India for its efforts in restoring degraded lands and expanding agroforestry through innovative approaches. This includes the development of a new national policy aimed at better supporting agroforestry in the country. Union Minister Shri G. Kishan Reddy led the launch of the Vriksharopan Abhiyan 2024 at Bharat Coking Coal Limited (BCCL) in Dhanbad on 25 July 2024. This project is part of PM Modi's Ek Ped Maa Ke Naam program and took place in 300 places in 47 districts across 11 coal and lignite-rich states. It aims to plant more trees. It was made to fight climate change and air pollution. To increase variety, it focuses on local species. The project includes the neighborhood, schools, and non-governmental organizations, NGOs. India and the US signed a deal on cultural property on 26 July 2024. The goal was to make it easier for them to work together to protect cultural heritage. Both countries have made a larger promise to return stolen artifacts and stop the illegal trade of cultural property, which includes this deal. It was signed after experts from both countries worked together to negotiate for almost 2 years. The US Embassy in a statement said that with this agreement, India joins the ranks of 29 existing US bilateral cultural property agreement partners. The Town Official Language Implementation Committee, TOLIC, honored public sector undertakings, PSUs, in Vishakhapatnam with the Rajbhasha Gaurav Samman, 4th year 2023-24 on 26 July 2024. The event was hosted by NTPC, recognized top performers in 3 categories and was presided over by Atul Bhatt, Chairman of TOLIC and CMD of RIN. Nagaland won the Best State in Horticulture Award 2024 in the Agriculture Leadership Awards for the state's outstanding work in introducing innovative programs and policies for horticulture development, positively touching the lives of large number of farmers and rural people. Women Resource Development and Horticulture Minister Salhaoni Okrooj received the award on behalf of the state government at the Agriculture Leadership Conclave at New Delhi on 10 July 2024. Professor Dr. Soumya Swaminathan has been appointed as the Principal Advisor at the Union Ministry of Health and Family Welfare for the National Tuberculosis Elimination Program on 9 July 2024. As the Principal Advisor for the National Tuberculosis Elimination Program, Professor Dr. Soumya Swaminathan will provide technical advice on the overall strategy to achieve program goals, suggest policy directions and necessary course corrections for optimal outcomes, and advise on research strategy. She will also assist in the formation of expert groups with top talent globally. PM Modi was on 9 July 2024 awarded Russia's highest civilian honor, the Order of Saint Andrew the Apostle, during his visit to the country. The award for the PM was announced in 2019 for exceptional services in promoting special and privileged strategic partnership between Russia and India and friendly relations between the Russian and Indian peoples. On 7 July 2024, Yaroslava Mohuchik of Ukraine broke the world record for the highest jump by a woman. The old record had stood since 1987. In the Paris Diamond League, she reached an amazing height of 2.10 meters. Mohuchika's accomplishment is significant because she has been through a lot in her life, like having to leave her hometown of Dnipro because of the Russian attack in early 2022. The 15th Agriculture Leadership Awards Committee found that Maharashtra is the best state for farming in 2024. The announcement was made by the committee headed by Justice P. Sathasivam, former Chief Justice of India and Governor of Kerala. Eknath Shinde, the Chief Minister of Maharashtra, received the award on 10 July 2024 at a function in New Delhi. The state government's policies and high-impact developmental projects have significantly contributed to agricultural and rural prosperity. Tamil author Shiv Shankari was awarded the 2024 Vishwambhara Dr. C. Narayana Reddy National Literary Award on 29 July 2024. The award was presented by the Hyderabad-based Sushila Narayana Reddy Trust on the occasion of the birth anniversary of Gyanpith awardee Narayana Reddy. The award recognizes Shiv Shankari's contributions to Tamil literature and her role in shaping contemporary Indian literature. It includes a cash prize of 5 lakh rupees, a memento, and a shawl. Hope you enjoyed watching the video. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe.